So, students, where are they now? Okay, they are coming. Okay, all the students are here or not? Did your students kindly rejoin quickly? I have already mentioned in the message WhatsApp, whenever your link is getting over, then you have to rejoin. Okay, whenever they are going to rejoin, we will continue, right? So first of all, you have to incorporate all this data set, right? So these are the values which are already given to you, so you should not worry about it because that data set is available to you, right? And then you have to go for other values. So first of all, you have to find out that what is happening in case of mm, tax before. This is before tax cash flows which you are going to have, and these cash flows are just like whatever values you are going to have. So how you are going to calculate this cash flows? Just like the original cash flows you have. So first of all, you just like equal sign, and then you have to sign minus sign, and then you have to identify the cost of your equipment, right? That is important because it is a part of your cash flow, but it is negative. Why? Because it is a cost. So it is not a positive cash flow, right? What is the positive cash flow? No, this is the positive cash flow. So equal to this amount is your cash flow, which you are going to have. So we are going to apply this on all these values, right? So in this way, you can get all these values. Why I have mentioned this? Because later you are going to make some changes in these cash flows. So whenever you are going to apply changes, original cash flows are not going to change here, right? So any kind of change in the cash flows with some other kind of changes, just like I'm going to add some other benefits are going to rise 10%, benefits are going to decrease, cost of production is going to rise, variable cost is going to rise, or fixed cost is going to change. Fixed cost is going to change, then this value will change. If variable cost is going to change, these values need to be changed. But we will not change these values directly. We will change these values and generate changed value somewhere else, just like here, right? So therefore, this row is important. Then you will go to the annual depreciation. What is the annual depreciation here? Equal to uh, how much depreciation is happening, right? Uh, it is a straight line method we are going to apply, right? And we are assuming that in this situation, actually 10% equal straight line depreciation procedure has been used. So we are going to apply straight line depreciation SLN, right? SLN shows returns the straight line depreciation of an asset for one period, right? So you can apply this method and you can find out depreciation. So first of all, you have to identify the cost, which is mentioned. This is the cost. Then you have to mention the salvage value, which is already there, salvage value. And third thing which you need to incorporate is the time period, how many years. So it is also mentioned here, life of the years in the project. So actually these three values are helping you directly find out your straight line method for depreciation. Straight line depreciation means every year same amount of depreciation is going to happen. In real life, straight line depreciation is not the case. Initially, products are not going to be depreciated quickly, but very slowly. But in later years, products are going to, or all kind of machine equipments, they are going to depreciate it very rapidly. Just like you buy a new computer or new machine, it in few years it is not going to disturb you, only maintenance cost is there, but later on you have to spend a lot of money. Just like simple example of car for consumer, first 2 3 years you are not going to face any kind of problem, but later years it starts repairing, it needs more repairing. Let's suppose if you got a car uh, or have your car after 10 years 15 years, then much more depreciation is there. So enter this, and then this is going to be applied. So I'm just going to first apply these formulas here, and then you can anytime scroll right, and then you can find out. Okay, one thing is there, whenever you are scrolling, keep one thing in your mind, what kind of changes you are suggesting here, these columns, if you are not going to make them fixed, whenever you are scrolling down, just like I have done, other columns are going to be selected. So keep one thing in your mind, if you want to hold some cell fixed, you want to make sure that there should the values should be taken from the only given cells or given column, then you have to make it fixed. What is the procedure? Very simple. You have to click F4, a dollar sign will appear. Dollar sign actually appears with cell number, with column number, and with row number. B is the column and this 2 is the row, right? So that is going to be fixed. If you want to fix only one thing, let's suppose you are not interested to fix the cell, you want to only fix row, then your dollar sign will come with the row number. Rows are always in numbers and columns are always in ABCD alphabets. So your dollar sign will, if it comes with the alphabets, it means column is fixed, row can be vary. If it comes with the number, it means row is fixed, column may be vary. Now I'm going to apply, because all these cells are need to be fixed, so I'm just going to making all these, now all these values are fixed, right? Enter, and then for all these years you will get the same value. If this kind of situation happens, please note down, sometimes values are larger, then this type of sign will appear. Otherwise, if formula is wrong, let's suppose just like we have done previously, the formula is wrong, then div or different type of information will be mentioned there, right? So you have to make it correct. Otherwise, if that sign, then you just click and create more space, right? Then you will get the answer or value will appear. Okay, what is the taxable income? Now this is the question which need to be answered. What is the taxable income? What do you think? Depreciation need to be taxed or not?
So it should.
Give Fatma, any one of you.
Sir, it should, I guess.
Please repeat. Depreciation, as depreciation is the part of replacement, therefore it is not going to be taxed, right? Mean it is just like maintenance of your equipments, machineries, and assets. So it needs to be deducted. So whenever we are going to pay the tax, we have to calculate taxable income. How it will come? Your income, whatever you have, minus how much depreciation is going to happen, right? Then this amount is that on which tax need to be imposed. Clear? So if I'm going to scroll that, automatically we will get all the taxable income across a different time, right? Is this clear? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How my tax need to be deducted? What is the tax rate mentioned here? So I'm just going to change because originally tax rate is 40%. It is mentioned here. So the same kind of problem happened with me as well previously. Once I was changing this. Anyhow, 40% tax deduction is there. So equal. We are charging tax on this amount. So keep this point. We are not charging tax on this 40,000. We are charging tax on 22,000 after deducting depreciation. Right? So there is no tax over depreciation. Multiply by, either you can apply this or you can directly multiply with 0, 0.0, 0.4. But if we are going to, since we may need to change this tax rate and we need not to change the values every time here. So this row, this box is there, which will help us. So this is mentioned there and we will use this box, and I'm going to again apply F4 to make it fix and then enter. Right, so this is the amount of tax and this is going to be applied across the board. So this different amount of taxes are being charged out of these amounts, right? These are the chargeable tax, right? And now what you need to have amount after paying taxes. This is the tax. So let's suppose if I'm going to make this amount red, sorry, equal sign should not be there. So this amount, just like usually, you know, that is tax is a dangerous thing. People don't want to pay it. They are not happy with it. Therefore, I make it red and gold, right? So you have to deduct that. So minus these values need to be deducted, out of which you are, out of which I need to deduct this 8,800 or this taxable tax amount. From this original amount, right? Minus taxes, because this will give you the after tax cash flow. So your actual cash flow is 31,200, out of which 8,800 is the tax paid. 40,000 is the original cash flow, out of which 8,800 taxes paid, and 18,000 is the depreciation, right? So 18,000 will remain there, and you just pay out of 22,000, 40% of 22,000 tax, and the total amount of tax is paid out of this 40,000. So your amount left is 31,200, and then you are going to apply this on all these values. Any question till now? Things are clear?
Yes, sir.
It's not difficult, na? Just like you observe by yourself, only you already know, you already played with these cash flow statements, and you already know that which value comes after deducting or multiplying, and then you will get all these values. Now come to this technical thing, because now we are coming towards NPV IRR, because now we need to understand this whole process. Just like you are not going to do these kind of calculation which I have done to show you what is happening behind the scene. It is only giving you direct formulas and you are applying that. NPV is the formula you will apply. Now you already know what values they are asking. Rate, at what rate, mean what is the discount rate you are going to use. So just like this is the discount rate, it is already mentioned, discount rate, and you are going to use, again you have to fix this discount rate, this cell. So you have to click F4, it is important, then comma. Otherwise you, once you will scroll down to the row will change, so don't forget to click F4. Then first value, which is important, you are going to take here some kind of actually you are not going to use this cash flow directly. You are going to use this after tax cash flow, because after tax cash flow is the cash flow in which you are interested. Therefore, you will make this calculation for this cash flow. So just click this one and colon. Here you write this and use the dollar sign. it need to be recorded in this way, right? So once you are going to apply this formula, then you will learn that how it will work, right? If I will mention these values in terms of some other color, right? And make it bold as well. Already it is bold, but all values are going to be bold, right? So now you will get that how much cash flows are going to be generated, and then you have to scroll down on the right hand side and you will get this. Now this what it shows that I think there is some problem with it, because it should be okay. I couldn't mention this cost thing because cost is out. So there's some formula issue. Just like I have to check this formula sheet. NPV plus this amount is mentioned, need to be mentioned. That is the basically your cost. Cost was missing that. So where is you here? In this formula, keep one thing in your mind. Your costs need to be incorporated. Now this cost is there. So let's suppose first you have to create this cost here equal to, where is the cost? This amount is the cost. So enter this amount, right? So now this need to be added here because otherwise your cost is not the part of this process. So just click that, right? And then make it fixed because now your cost is, this is fixed for all these processes, because still we don't have any kind of variable cost. So variable cost, if it included, then definitely it will vary for every year. So it will be mentioned in terms of different rows, sorry, different columns. But since it's only one value, so you need to fix it, right? And then it will become negative. Why it become negative? What happens with these values now? Okay.
सर उसमें टैक्स डिडक्शन है ना?
No, tax deductions are already there, na? So it's not going to make due to the tax. Actually, once you incorporated your negative value, the cost was
Yes.
quite high. So in the first year, you got 31,000 profit, but your cost is 1 lakh. So it deducted 72,000 is negative value you have. Means still you need to recover your cost. In the next year, you got 40,000. So 40 plus 31,000 amount you got, it is around 60,000, right? More than 60,000. So, but discounted, since this amount is 40,000 is basically discounted, therefore its value is lower. Sum up with this amount and deducted from this 1 lakh, then you will have still 41,000 cost need to be recovered. In next year, you got further more cash discounted and then added with these values, and then you will get, after deduction of this, 12,000 costs need to be recovered. But what happened after third year? Fourth year, it will become positive. So your NPV, all these are your NPV. First year NPV is very negative, 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 and then after third year, it will become positive. So actually, to an extent, you can say straightforward, 3 years will take this business, this project will take 3 years for payback. After 3 years, fourth years, you will recover all of your cost, and now your present value will be positive, right? And further, if you are going to extend this project more and more, it is generating more profit, right? So it become profitable. Clear? For all 5 years, the total profit net NPV it has generated is 20,000, 20,797. So it is that value which I have shown you in the in previous rough work, just like we have done that. This one, right? So this is the final year value, just like the fifth year value. This is the fifth year value. Mean after 5 years, you will get one NPV value. So same this NPV value actually. This is the fifth year NPV. If your project is due to some reason, you have to wind up your project in 4th year, then this will be your NPV. If you have to wind up your project in 3rd year, this would be your NPV. Clear? So these are your NPVs, these are accumulated values. So I'm just going to click any value randomly, and what you will observe in the formula, it has incorporated all previous cash flows, right? So it means every formula is accumulated, right? Formula is accumulating your cash flow. It's not the cash flow for every specific time period. So just like this cash flow show only this time period, but next value shows these 2 time periods, and the end value shows all the time periods, all 5 years where cash flows. It is incorporated in the. So how it is incorporated, please note it down, because this is the technical thing you have to care about. How you are incorporating this formula, this is important. This is just like, once you will write this value, if I may show it again for your convenience, equal sign, then you will write NPV, then you enter this NPV. Sorry, I should not enter it, I should click it, right? So NPV, and now you have the rate, so you make the rate fixed, F4. Then you must have the value of your cash flow, and this is the exact value which is given here. And here you have to take care, you feed it this C14, column C number, row number 14, and this is only one value. If you write it as it is and then scroll down, only respective values going to be counted. Cumulated values are not going to be counted. So just to make it cumulated, you will add column. Once you will click shift column, what you will do, shift column, click shift and column, automatically it will be written C14, automatically written. Only thing is there, you have to fix one thing, which is the first row, because if you skip that, only respective value is going to be added. So just like I will show you that what will happen in that case. Let's suppose I'm just going to make it closed, and without doing that, just like this cost, enter, same value, but what will happen with other values? Now values are there, but what happens? They are only considering their respective rows, respective values. They are not accumulating these values. So what will happen? Only respective values considered, not accumulated. So this is why we have to do what? In this formula, we have to place dollar sign, this dollar sign with first value. Once we will do that, what will happen? This C column is fixed. Now formula is going to be used from this C column, a column. So once you are going to move, it will generate the same values, whatever is there. Clear? So this is the technical point I just want to share with you, because whenever you are applying this formula in PV, you have to take this care only. Otherwise, rate is given, so you will pick the rate, no issue. Cost is given, you will pick the cost, no issue. Only thing is that whatever cash flow you are going to take, you have to accumulate them, you have to link them. Is this clear to everyone? I need your responses as well.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Quick work so that I can get it. Okay. Once you are going to do the practice, you will do the same way I have done. Copy the main data and then try to generate this formula by yourself. Time by time, you can consult the sheet, and one time you do it by observing it. So next time and third time, you will do it without observing it. So right, first time you do it with observing, second time try to do it, and rarely you have to check the previous values or formulas. But third time you should be independent. I mean, once you are going to do that, you are just thinking that what is happening and you are doing by yourself, right? So in that case, at least I'm expecting that once you are going to repeat this exercise third time, you are capable to do it. And please note it down, this is a part of your Viva exam. So if you are going to do it properly, as well as the part of your assignment 2, so So if you are going to do it properly, then you will get full marks. Okay, then you will go for IRR equal. I think we should go for IRR in the next class, right? IRR, modify IRR and break even point, because all these things need to be there. And then we are going to apply various kind of sensitivity analysis and scenario analysis. So I'm going to apply these as well, because now time is getting over. So I'm just going to take your attendance and then we will leave this class. Unfortunately, some students joined in this class earlier and then they leave. In the second attempt, they didn't appear. So I'm not going to give them full marks. I'm giving you 2 marks for your attendance, but giving 1 mark to them. So please inform them. This is not the proper way. Whenever you are in the class, a part of the class, you have to be the part of the class. Whatever is the situation, right? So Ibrahim Abbas was there, na? Muhammad Hamad Afzal absent. Hamza both present in both
Present.
classes. And
Yes, sir.
Umair, in previous he was there ki nahi? No. Umair. Then Muhammad Ahmed Ansari.
Yes, sir.
Acha, your name is not appearing. So previously you were there?
Yes, sir. Both time. Join both time.
Fatma in both classes.
Yes, sir.
Faisal Ibrahim.
यस सर
Now you appear, eh?
नहीं सर मैं पिछले में भी था क्या हो गया
Okay. Good. So please mention me if I'm wrong somewhere. Uruj Javed, she is absent. Asma Shafiq, Hasnat,
Present, sir.
Atharabi,
Sir, present.
Pajama Noor, she is absent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In previous class, 7 students, and in this class, Ibrahim was there, or Ibrahim, you were there in the previous class?
सर मैं था मुझे पता नहीं है दूसरे का
Bas, Ibrahim Bas was not there.
पता नहीं सर शायद होगा
I don't know. No, only one Ibrahim was there. In previous class, 7 students. In this class, number of students, 1 or 2 students are less in number. So I just want to make sure that their absence should not be marked. Who was there?
सर वो फिर होगा दूसरे वाला भी होगा इब्राहिम
I don't know, but okay, I will check this recording and then I will feed the.
Sir, I guess he was there. I guess I saw his name.
Sorry?
I guess he was there. I saw his name.
Icon Ibrahim Abbas?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's suppose I'm just going to add this, but I'm going to make it color to find, right? Okay, thank you so much. I have uploaded this sheet already without these calculation, what I have done now. But remaining calculations are there. Just this sheet, sorry, this is other sheet. This sheet is not there, right? You have to create, I think that is blank sheet maybe there. This company sheet is not there. So that you have to create, every student have to create with his or her own company's name, right? So you will mention your company name. And this sheet was not there. So, but this sheet is created through this sheet. So this sheet is there, right? So you can use this sheet to understand how things are calculated. You can observe the formula sheet and so on. This original sheet is there, data sheet is there. All these data sheets are same, right? So no worry about it. So you can copy from any sheet, no issue. But you have to do it by yourself after copying it, the basic data. So this data actually is copied. If I may colored it, now let's suppose I make it yellow. All the values you have to copy. All these are Okay, thank you so much. You have to do some practice and please note it down whatever problem you are facing. And in next class, I will guide you. And try to do these things because it is also part of your assignment. And I have already uploaded assignment number 2 regarding that. So, but many things are going to be done in between. So you cannot complete your assignment quickly. You have to wait. So after 2-3 classes, then you are capable to complete that assignment. So I have given some time up to 20 Feb. Don't worry about it. Okay, thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.
Love you, sir.
Allah Hafiz.